I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MONOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. Brodies, you know, once the squad builders are coming out to play, then we know the FC is close. Indeed, man. We do have some amazing, not a lot of squad builders, but obviously because we don't have the prices yet, we do at least have the database. Shout out to Radar FC. If you don't know them, I'll try and leave the link. But you can actually see the leaked ratings, you know, play styles, etc., etc. And when it comes to squad builders, right, you have to be realistic. But I feel like in the past FCs, especially starting FC24, some people had much more insane teams than expected. So if you're looking at like specific cards and stuff, just know that they're gonna be attainable, bro. You probably like the Dembeles and like Mbappe's that you can leave. You know, that can be like third, fourth foot champs. But for now, I feel like these cards that I've obviously mentioned, these are some very, very potent ones. And when it comes to potency, right, and meta, you're looking at pace. That's the main thing. But also like for certain positions, you're also looking at like, for instance, I mean, we've got this, I'll actually unblur the screen. We've got man like Baleba. Now, if you look at his card, right, he's got basically everything above 70. And that's a very nice card in the start because he's going to do everything in terms of like a box to box. So you need to like get those type of cards in the team. Same thing like with Jolinton as well. And I feel like, in my opinion, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite formation to go without like knowing whatever, you know, is meta, without knowing if the 4-2-1-3 is meta or etc, etc. What's your formation? I feel like the 4-3-3-4 is just always a very nice formation to like get into it. You know, you've got the two CMs that can be, one can be a little bit of a big bodied CM like Jolinton. Baleba can be like a box to box, and then you got your cam to chance great and distribute it very easily. I feel like this formation alongside the 4-4-2 is always a go-to when starting the game out, you know. Got the likes of some very, very pacey fullbacks and center backs. Now, when it comes to pace, I always said, man, huge contributing factor to, that word is hard to say, contributing factor to meta. It's always going to be a thing right there. I remember past FIFAs, I think people said, nah, meta, you don't really need to have pace. Bro, trust me, you always need pace, man. In any game right there of FIFA or FC, you need pace, especially for the attackers. And as you can see right there, I feel like this is a realistic team. You could probably say under like even 75k, bro, because I feel like a lot of people's gonna open packs, you know, so low rated cards are gonna get, I'm not a financial advisor for FC, but I feel like low rated cards, you know, they're gonna get packed really easily, so the accessibility is going to be there. Got Savinho as well, you know, 71 shooting kind of like lowers his price down, and amazing dribbling and pace. That's just what you need. So you have to look at like each position in a sense of like what do you need out of each card, right? So for instance, when you're looking at wingers, you need amazing dribbling and pace. So look at David Neres with 86 pace and 86 dribbling, and he has 5-star skills. We've got the man like Savinho with 4-star skills but 2-star weak foot, but amazing pace and dribbling. So you're gonna obviously get something, you know, to be a little bit down, but at the end of the day, you want to also like compensate, you know, over those. So I feel like his pace and dribbling compensates. Man like Endrick, now we know how good he was in the start of FC25. Damn, I hated this card. I think it was his Evo as well. So he also has amazing Evo potential. This could potentially make the cards go up in price, but I don't think he'll go up a lot. Yeah, Endrick, I don't think he's playing well in real life. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really watch Real Madrid like that, but yeah, 77 rating. This guy should at least be, you know, above 80 if he was playing good. But yeah, Anderson Talisca, a lot of people's favorites right there. 86 shooting, 80 dribbling. He's always good in the start of the game as well. I feel like he's a card that, you know, you don't really need to adapt. He's got 4-star, 4-star. So yeah, I feel like also the Brazilians in the game, there's some very nice cheap Brazilian teams that you can build, bro. You know, it's a little bit boring, but you can... Actually, it's not boring, you know, especially for the attackers, it's nice. But you don't want to just run a full Brazilian team, bro. Come on. Do you know what I mean? This ain't like seasons. But now you can also do a like cheeky little hybrid. We've got, I feel like in my opinion, a very nice solid backline. Maybe Mauro Jr. is a little bit sus, but Wesley, a lot of people is liking him. You know, very, very pacey as well. Amazing stats, I feel like, in start. Husanov, I think that's how you said that. Husanov, I think that's how you said. Murillo as well as Vicario. Now, Vicario was my guy in the start of FC25, man. He was insane. But yeah, this Murillo, a lot of people are speaking about. He might be more on the expensive side. I will not lie to you. So you'll just have to check that out. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be expensive team. Let's jump over to the second one. Now, this one, as I said, you need to be realistic, right? I feel like this one is not going to be too expensive as well. I feel like this is the type of team that you build after you've done everything. You've done, you know, opened your packs. You're saving some coins. You want to allocate some coins to some meta cards. You got Kolomowani, which might be maybe 25 to 50k. You got Ekitike, which might also be pricey, but I don't think too expensive. He's a little bit low rated, so could be packable. I mean, that Ekitike card, by the way, looks absolutely phenomenal. If we actually can go check his card, it's Ekitike. I can never type his name right. No players found. Am I typing it wrong, brother? What's happening? I am indeed. Okay, I'm tweaking, bro. Is it Ekit? Surely it's like that. There we go. Come on now, we eventually got there. 86 pace and it's loading players. So this website, I think a lot of people are jumping on it. So we'll wait for that whilst we look at the team. We got Cascarino now. If you don't know about this gal right here, she might actually be one of the more expensive ones. If I look at it from, let's say, experience, from obviously playing FC, playing FIFA for so long, I'd say this team will be maximum 200k. Cascarino might be 50k, bro, damn near. She might even go up to 75. I can't lie. She's so good. She's got the 5-star skills, 93 pace, and we know how good these type of cards is in the start of the game. They like maneuver themselves so well, you know, so look out for these type of cards, man. If you pack her, brilliant, especially untradeable. You can use a sub off the bench, etc, etc. We got Aina. A lot of people are speaking about him. He's nice. Bacha as well. I don't think these cards won't be too expensive, man. I don't think so. Karchawi will probably be a little bit pricey, so you have to like kind of downscale it, go for someone that's within means at least, you know. Simikan is nice, Murillo as well. Samba, very sus goalkeeper, but yeah, so this thing is not actually working. Shout out to Radar, man. Fix your website, brother. Yeah, I think a lot of people is trying to no trending players. Yeah, usually it comes up like this though. See? But yeah, overall though, Ekitike is looking very nice. I think a lot of people's going to use him because he has that body type to, you know, not really get shrugged off the ball. Very nice dribbling to compensate for his height, and he's tall. Do you know what I mean? Like that's best of both worlds type vibes. So yeah, let's jump over to the next team. This one I'd say pretty much also like call it 100,000 coins max. I feel like the most expensive card would probably be Kante. A lot of people's going to pick him up, but this is a nice team too. Now also one thing I wanted to say as well is don't really pay too much attention to chem, bro. You don't really need chemistry that much in the game, especially in the start. You need very much meta potent cards over chem, much easier, you know. We've got Sane, which is nice. Bros, if you know, remember in FC 25 how good he was, especially I think it was he had a special card, I forgot which one it was. Very good. Another nice one is Adeyemi, but he's going to be expensive, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, Sanchez is another nice one that a lot of people is looking at. Klosterman, a little bit slow for a right back, but I feel like he's nice and adaptable, you know. He's got the good defense as well. Because the thing with fullbacks, people who's going to have the pace, but they don't have the defense. That's the issue, especially with the cheap, like you could say, starter players. But overall, man, very, very nice 4-4-1-1 as well. Anderson Talisca, you can always add a manager. And he also used to be in, I don't even know you went to Fenerbahce, bro. That's interesting. I think it's Fenerbahce, right? Yeah. Benz is the card that people are speaking about, bro. I think Benz has low driven plus. Yes, some cards will have the plus, so look out for that. They'll probably be a little bit more expensive, of course they have the plus, but I feel like Benz won't be too pricey, man. In the start of the game, this guy, I'd say maximum maybe 35 to 40k as the 85. A lot of people's gonna pick him up, but I feel like also the pace might lower his card in terms of price. Yeah, people just want pace, you know, but he looks nice, man. 4-star as well. Solid card. Let's move to the last one though. This, in my opinion, might be one of the best ones and more realistic, you know. We got a very pacey wingers, 4-3-3-4 again. Kolomowani, Coleman, Diaby. As I said, man, at the end of the day though, you want to have pace, but also French league or French cards is always the play, man. There's something about the French that just absolutely cook in the start of the game. Yeah. Kolomowani, I think, is a very, very nice one that a lot of people is going to pick up. Malcolm in the middle, indeed, as Cam. Very nice as well. 82 rated. I think a lot of people might look at him, but he won't be expensive. We got Rabiot, which is more of the cards that you want to get in the start, you know, big-bodied, you know, shrugging players off the ball, and pretty much in that, like, alleviation, you could say, like, in that middle slot of all the stats, you know. which the more the merrier type vibes, you know. Jack of all trades, master of none, bro. We got Zakaria as well. Very nice card in terms of like just being a CDM or just a defensive CM. And then we got Baltimore, a little bit sus, but she does with the chem, you know. So yeah, these are the type of teams that you want to build though in the start. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite. Maybe, yeah, fail to fetch. Cheers, Jeff. Maybe we can, you can also send me links. I'm keen to see who's your favorite cards you're going to try and pick up. But in my opinion, I feel like maximum 200k, probably the most expensive one will be this one. So I've included budgets from like, you could say 50k all the way up to 200, you know. It won't be too expensive, but this one I feel like, hey, will absolutely cook. Let me know, boys. I'll catch you in the next one, man. Stay tuned for more content. Let's get it.